Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. Today I have for you a Grass Reborn deck, and I went with dark type monsters because as I was filling up the deck, I realized that they were mostly dark, and in order to use the dark creator as a one of tech, I just went with all darks except for Lila, obviously, but she's here, in addition to grass looks greener so that we can get our mill started, since now we don't have restart to help us draw into grass more consistently. We can settle by just getting Lila, and she's really good. But yeah, I went with 30 card. I tried a 20 card version and it just wasn't consistent enough. This lets you add more variety to your monsters. Because of Destiny Draw, you can put more tech cards in the deck, and you can you can get to them when you need them. Destiny Draw is a really clutch skill. It literally can help you get to whatever you need. Sometimes that's going to be Dark Creator, sometimes it's going to be Jinso, sometimes it's going to be a Snipe Hunter, sometimes it's going to be one of your big monsters if you already have a Destiny Hero Dasher in the grave. Sometimes it's going to be your Reborn, and then we also have the trusty enemy controller, which can always come in clutch, for that econ cheese for game and stuff like that. But yeah, for the monster list, again, I went with just one creator, just because I wanted it to be a tech. I didn't want to have to build a deck around multiple creators, having to add reincarnation in case I mill it or stuff like that. Being a one of in the deck, if I mill it, oh well. If I don't, chances are I'm gonna be able to Destiny Draw into it and do my plays from there. I really like 2 Dark Magician of Chaos in the deck, because if you get rid of your monster Reborn and you special summon your Demok, you're gonna get that back. You can also get a DDR that was maybe milled by Lila or Grass. You can reuse your enemy controller. Demok is just really good in the deck. 1 Chaos Hunter. I feel like it's a nice tech, in case I run into Amazonas or Spellbooks, things like that. 1 Jinso, of course Jinso is going to be here, but he's always super great. We're not running anything specific for back row removal, so Jinso is obviously going to serve that purpose, negating all the traps. 3 Snipe Hunter, spell and trap removal and monster removal. 3 Lila's Lightsworn Sources, again for mills, and I really like the fact that she can destroy back row. A lot of times Lila is my safe play, which means I'll destroy a back row before I go into my Reborn or summon my big monster. So Lila came super clutch in many duels. 2 Invader of Darkness, pretty standard. 2900 beater, not being able to activate quick spells, really bad for my opponent. 2 Destiny Hero Dasher, just to to have another factor in the grave when I use grass. I can discard this with Chaos Hunter, I can discard it using Snipe Hunter. It's just really good in the deck. And then I went with 3 Evil Swarm Old Lantern. I wish this card had a little bit more attack. 1650 is definitely weak, but it works in the deck. 1 Bacon Saver, and 3 Monster Reborn, 2 DDR for whatever I banish with the Reborn I can bring back with DDR, and I also went 1 Escape from Dark Dimension. I don't have a 3rd DDR, and even though this is a trap, if my Jinso is banished, I can still bring Jinso back with DDR. It's not gonna leave the field excuse me, once Jinso hits the board. So the 3 grass and then 2 econ. And the way I built this deck was obviously for Monster Reborn. Basically, I built it so that no matter what monsters I pick, my opponent is gonna have to pick the lesser of 3 evils. If I pick a big monster, they're gonna have to give me a big monster. They're gonna have to give me Jinso, which is gonna negate their traps. They're gonna have to give me Invader of Darkness, which is gonna stop their quick play spells. If they don't give me that, they're gonna have to give me a Snipe Hunter, which I can destroy anything with it as long as I have cards in my hand. They're gonna have to give me Evil Swarm, which is gonna let me destroy a monster, or they're gonna have to give me Lila, which is gonna let me destroy a spell. Like that was the reasoning behind this monster lineup. Is like there's no good choice for my opponent if I activate Monster Reborn. But we're gonna go ahead and get into this replays, and I'm probably just gonna call it Monster Reborn, because saying Reborn twice is a little annoying. We're going up against, what was that, Shadowwick? Shadowwick? You definitely would like to go second with this deck, but going first is not bad. As long as you have, you know, your Lila or your Grass, you'll be okay. Pretty amazing starting hand, Grass at the beginning, and also a Lila. So I go for the Grass immediately. And because I assumed that my monster was going to be destroyed, you know, by a Golden Flying Fish effect, I just went with, you know, getting rid of one of his traps, and then I'm assuming, you know, I was counting on him dealing enough damage so that I could just Destiny draw into whatever I needed. So we're gonna mill 3 more monsters. One of them was Destiny Hero Dasher, and we destroyed Powerful Rebirth. There's the Oyster Meister and the Powerful Rebirth, so it's gonna be able to destroy my back row, and it can also destroy my Lila. And I survived with 200 life points. And this is where the Destiny draw comes. Now, I could have picked big monsters, but I really wanted to go into my Jinso. I know the Golden Flying Fish deck obviously relies on a lot of traps, things like Wall Disruption, Mirror Wall, Powerful Rebirth. So I wanted to put my Jinso on board, and but you know, if this is a quick play spell, it's a threat. If it's an econ, it's a threat. So what I do is I activate my Monster Reborn, and I reveal 3 Lilas. So obviously I'm gonna get a Lila. I then go ahead and destroy the back row. He could have won the game here if he didn't play so conservatively. What he should have done was econ take using Oyster Meister. He would have gotten a token. I would have been forced to end my turn, and then he can just destroy the token. You know, use the token to destroy my Lila, and then attack me for game. But he only uses it to change it to face, you know, change its position, which I'm willing to tribute, so it didn't matter. And from this point on, the game is just really in my favor. You know, my opponent is kind of waiting on a 1 econ. And I didn't summon my evil Swarm because with 200 life points they could easily, you know, kill me over it. So here I'm just attacking. I set the Bacon Saver because this was a spell. And you know, I don't know if it's a glitch or what, but you guys know that if you're in a duel and you have Jinso, it'll tell you if it's a trap or not. So that's kind of unfair a little bit. I don't know. So I knew it was a spell. I was afraid it would be econ, so I just set the Bacon Saber. Turns out it was Super Rush, so I will lose my Jinso right here, but that's completely fine. Because I top deck into Monster Reborn. So I show him Embedder of Darkness, Jinso, and Snipe Hunter. And this is what I'm talking about. I knew this was a trap. So he was either going to have to give me Jinso and negate his own trap, he's going to have to give me a 2900 beater, or he was going to have to take the chance with Snipe Hunter and hope that I miss. Either way, he was going to be screwed. Gives me Snipe Hunter. Snipe Hunter kind of comes clutch for him, and I missed my first roll, but luckily I get the second one. I destroy the face down, which was Wall of Disruption, and then I tribute into my Demon, banish his monster. I'm gonna get DDR back, so whatever I draw I can just discard and get my Jinso or my Embedder of Darkness back. I go for Jinso because he's my boy, obviously. Destroy his Golden Flying Fish and then finish the game with a Jinso direct attack. This deck was such a blast to play. I'll probably play it during stream sometime. It plays a little bit like, you know, my Dark Creator deck, but it just Monster Reborn makes it, I think, more consistent. My Valentine, we're going up against I think this was Duel. What was it? I think this was Amazoness. So I open up with Grasslook Screener. I decide not to summon my Snipe Hunter and just try to take the damage. I was trying to you know, get a Destiny draw. And look at the plays right here, boys. Immediately goes for the Floodgate on my Snipe Hunter, obviously protecting the back row, protecting that onslaught. So I'm going to go Monster Reborn. I'm going to go Monster Reborn, show my Embedder of Darkness, my Chaos Hunter, or my Lila. Once again, all the choices were sucky. Either 2900 beater and no quick play spells, your onslaught is dead, or you give me a Lila, which I'm going to use to destroy the back row. So we target the middle card, and she uses Forbidden Chalice. That told me right there that was onslaught. And I'm very fortunate to have the enemy controller, so not only am I going to do a ton of damage, I'm still destroying the Onslaught, even though she's pinned, you know, all that back row trying to protect it. He's gonna have another Forbidden Chalice, so sadly my Lila goes away. And I don't have Destiny Draw yet, but I do have Snipe Hunter. We're gonna see Canadia. And that's completely fine. Like I said, at this point I'm just waiting for her to activate my Destiny Draw, which she will do right here. And I make a huge misplay. I probably could have lost the duel if she top decked like an Amazona Swordswoman. You know, the one thing that I have to remember when playing this deck is to not tunnel vision. And obviously you're going up against Amazonas, you want to have Chaos Hunter so that Onslaught is dead. And I kind of tunnel vision in that. I Destiny Draw into my DDR and I bring back my Chaos Hunter, but I should have brought back Invader of Darkness, because even though Invader of Darkness was going to get banished, that was lethal with Invader of Darkness. With Chaos Hunter, I'm giving her a chance to top deck, and like I said, had it been an Amazona Swordswoman, I would have lost that duel, and it would have been, you know, completely my fault. So I have to be a little bit more careful about tunnel vision when it comes to decks like that. I honestly forgot that I had dealt so much damage in the one turn, and you know that she was within lethal range. But as I said, Destiny Draw just coming in clutch. Literal heart of the cards, boys.
Duel.
We have Grass to start again, and Fur Hires. So we have a pretty good starting hand against this field in particular. Not only do I get the Monster Reborn, but I had Snipe Hunter, you know, to get rid of the Dyna. And once again, I'm going for that, because I have DDR, I'm going for the safe play, quote unquote. I know he's not going to give me D-Monk, and I know he's probably not going to give me Jin, so this is a trap. So I get Lila, and before I summon anything else, I'm going to activate Lila's effect. Treacherous Trap Hole, there he goes. So he's going to get rid of my Lila, and that's completely fine. The whole point of having Lila was to get rid of that back row threat. And I went for D-Monk because I can recycle my Monster Reborn, and you know, I get to add another resource. Go with the Snipe Hunter, snipe away his monster, and then Reborn, just in case there was a Karibo or something. I didn't think so in Fur Hires. And that's the win. Another Kaiba, I guess. The last replay was literally perfect case scenario, and it was kind of funny. I don't remember what this Kaiba was. Going second, as I mentioned, and very important. I mean, not super necessary, but you would rather go second. Noble Knight, that's right. So this Noble Knight player kind of goes all out. Luckily for me, he doesn't have the card that protects the monster from destruction. And I have Snipe Hunter right away, so you guys know what's happening. Snipe Hunter is another way, you know, that you can slowly put your darks in the graveyard for either your Reborn or your Dark Creator. We destroy the monster right away. I try to go for the Econ, and I try to go for the face down, and it turns out it's an Econ, so he activates it. And I'm fine with that. No no monster summon, so I just attack with my Snipe Hunter. And once I see the back row and I top deck Dark Creator, I go for like a meme play. I destroy his card first, which was a Treacherous Trap Hole, and then I destroy, or attempt to destroy, my Snipe Hunter. I get it on the second try, because that'll put 5 darks in the graveyard, so I can just go for Dark Creator, summon my Invader of Darkness, and give me lethal that way, because obviously I didn't have lethal with just the Snipe Hunter. This last duel, like I mentioned, was a perfect case scenario. I've never seen a more busted opening hand. And it wasn't an unbreakable field, but it definitely gave my opponent very few options to get out of it. Going first, and I'll show you what deck I was going up against. They're running Balance, so I wasn't sure what to expect, but look at this turn 1 hand. I mean, it was just busted. I go for Grass, Dark Creator, banish Darkness to summon Jinso, use DDR to bring back Invader of Darkness. So yeah, no traps, no quick play spells, and I have a monster that's gonna bring back whatever you destroy. So yeah, they just end their turn and I attack again. And I'll go ahead and show you what deck they were using. Let's see. It was this one. So they were using balanced aliens. Good luck with 5 quick flip spells and 5 traps. He didn't even have the oh no, it's 6 and 6. I'm sorry, I was gonna say he didn't even have the ratio, but no, he did. He had the right ratio. It's just pretty much nothing he could do. I mean, his best hope was to go for Alien Warrior and, you know, get some counters in there, but at that point I was going to have lethal. So yeah, this is the win streak I went with the deck. 3. I mean, it is platinum, so, but it did win. What was that? 6 duels? 3, 6 or 7. I can't count. But anyway, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Like I said, we'll bring this deck back probably during stream. I just had a ton of fun with it. Thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. The link will be down in the description, along with my PayPal link if you guys want to support my channel, support my content. I really appreciate that. There's also a link to a store where you can buy some merchandise for me. That's another way you guys can support me. And yeah, thank you so much. Till next time.